First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a sketch from this photograph, and you can do this if you're not comfortable with your drawing skills. It's a little easier to use the photograph to make your sketch, and I'll do this sometimes just to save time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my layers palette over here, and I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to move this underneath my photograph. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill this background of the new layer with white. And then I'm going to lower the opacity of my photograph. So now what I can do is create a new layer, and this will be the layer. Layer 2 is the layer that I'll do my sketch on top of. And I'll do that in probably a black. And I think the paintbrush that I'm going to use, I think 13 will be about right. And now all I'm going to do is with my pen, I'm just going to draw over the photograph. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be a quick sketch because you're going to paint over this. So I'm not too worried about getting everything exact. But if you want it to be exact because that'll make things easier for you, then go ahead and do that. I mean, do whatever you're comfortable with. So you can see I'm just going through and creating all the lines, the cheekbone, the jaw, and any sort of, if I need extra help with the shading later while I'm painting, then what I'll do is I can draw an outline of that. For instance, here, if I want, I can outline that shadow shape. But I think that I'm just going to stick to the basics of the photograph for now. So I'm going to come up here and do the eye. And you can see I'm scribbling a little bit, and that's fine.
So right now we're just getting a basic full, just all the outlines of all the and all the edges and things like that, all the areas that are not smooth.
Right. We're blocking in everything in basic outline. I mean, and you can see I'm not fussing with anything really. You know, and if I want to make her hair bigger, then I can indicate that now.
Okay.
If I want to make it more curly, if I want to make it straight. This is just kind of a guide for my painting. So I'm just going to lay in all the basic structure of the face.
Like where the bones are.
Where the bones are, right.
Okay.
The top of the lips, you know, where the hair hits the neck.
Okay, I see. It's almost like photo retouching, because all these areas are usually the areas we don't touch in photo retouching. But when it comes to, you know, the details, actually drawing a portrait, it's very important to emphasize those areas.
Right.
Yeah.
And we really want to be able to tell with the sketch the direction of, for instance, the hair. We want to know that the hair is falling off of the side of her head. Even if we can't really see it so much in the photograph, we want to be able to know what's there in the sketch, because we'll add more color and highlights to the hair when we paint it.
Well, this is pretty easy to do. I guess if anybody could just, I mean, you can just trace over the photo. So if your drawing skills aren't, you know, the greatest, you can, you know, if you're still learning how to draw, just trace the image, just like she's doing right here.
Right, exactly. So. And you just get the basic structure in, and if you need, you know, if you want to come in and lay out where the shadows of the face are, if that'll help you, you can do that. Okay?
Just kind of like for future reference.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
You can lay that out in, you know, kind of a geometric pattern, if that'll help you. But, okay, so basically we have our sketch there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the photograph.
Okay.
And then you'll see we'll have the sketch.
And
okay?
You just fill it in, and you just...
Now using the photograph that I can see on the other monitor, I'll start filling in with paint.
Okay.
Okay?